Hi, this is Roxanne and Len, a Canadian couple who have retired early and are traveling the world. Today we're exploring Belgrade's Fortress. Come along with us.
Hey everybody, thanks for joining us. It's Roxanne and Len. You're joining us here today on a beautiful sunny day in Belgrade, Serbia. Our first day here. We're in a place called Studenski Park on our way to check out Belgrade Fortress and the surrounding park around the fortress called Kalemegdan Park. And we're hoping to also take in some other sights of the city and show you that as we explore the city through the day here. So thanks for joining us.
Come along.
Come along. So we've come into Kalemegdan Park, which is the park surrounding the Belgrade Fortress. And we're just coming up to the fortress. I'm going to pan around the park to give you a bit of a view. It's a very big park. And it kind of surrounds the fortress. So we're coming up to the fortress here in the background. Lots of
Very cute puppies.
cute puppies around everywhere. We're coming into the entrance. It looks like one of the entrances into the park, or into the fortress, I'm sorry. Looks like there's probably surrounding walls around the fortress, probably more than one wall or barrier. Looks like a combination of brick and stone. At this point in time, I wish we had a drone to show you an aerial shot of what we're looking at here. Looks like there is a court down there. And there was another one on our left. Not sure if I got that in the video. A clock tower over in the distance. And amidst all of this, we have a dinosaur park called Juradventura. If you're in Belgrade with your kids, this would be a definite want to stop. So we've come up to an entrance into the fortress, so we're on our way in through one of the entrances into the fortress area. See all the big steel doors. You can see from the sign here, this is called the Inner Stamboul Gate, built around 1750. 250 years ago. Over 260, 280. And on the inside, we got an impressive display of military armory, missiles, cannons, tanks. That's a scary looking unit. Here it looks like is a Panzer. I believe that'd be a German tank. And the very last tank here is labeled as a USA light tank M5A1 Stuart V5. Here we're coming into another entrance. Looks like an inner wall. Huge metal doors. What we're looking at here is called the Despot's Gate, and then up beside it is called the Dizdar Tower. And beyond the gate is a wooden bridge that leads to the Ruzika Church and another gate. And the church is believed to have been a protector of the people of Belgrade for many, many years. So I'm going to walk through and show you that. As you can see from the sign, this is the Despot Gate, built in approximately 1404 to 1427. Coming across onto a wooden bridge. Here is a church on the outside wall of the fortress. And the signs over there said this part of the fortress was built in about 14 in the 1400s. We're kind of on the outside of the fortress here. You can see it's tiered and stepped down towards the river. And these stairs are here for our comfort, but they wouldn't have been here in the time of the fortress, as that would have been making it too easy for the invaders to get in. So there's a mix of old and new with the old fortress, but our tourist stairs to get us in. And it's overlooking the river for nice views. Down there you can see another gate. And here's our church. With some memorial statues. I'm on the outside of the fortress here, on the cliff that's overlooking the river. So as you can imagine, looking down, it would have been quite a task to attack this fort. You'd be coming off the river across the fields there, and you'd have to come up this steep embankment and face the soldiers behind the walls of this fortress here. And over there, it looks like that's perhaps where the two rivers meet, the Danube and the Sava River. Or perhaps at that point, I'm not sure about the middle section of the river here. But there are the two rivers here, the Sava and the Danube.
That's why it was such a far.
Hey everybody. We're just taking a break in the middle of the fortress here. It's sunny and warm.
It's very warm.
We wanted to enjoy the view here. Just take a break. It's a beautiful. It's a fortress, but it's really a park. In the center, there's walkways and the ruins of the buildings that used to be there, but it's almost like Central Park, where it's just a park where lots of family and visitors. So I'm going to pan out and show you the view behind us, which is the two rivers, the Danube and the Sava River.
You could either do all the sites going there, or do all the sites coming back. But either way, like prefer the site, it's either way.
So it looks like we're sitting on the highest wall of the fortress here,
Yeah, that's the question. Do you
looking
want to go
out
that way, or do you want
towards Belgrade.
So come back and come closer to our hospital on the right.
And in the center, there's multiple
So we'll take
pathways, which
How are we going to get to the first one?
I assume have been built around
It'll be a long walk.
the archaeological ruins that are left.
We could do it, go all the way down here, and then make our way up. But the problem is kind of how do we get here?
And online we read that there's about 2 million visitors to this place every year. And as you can see, there's lots of people here today.
Families.
Lots of families.
Yeah.
In the background here is the center part of the fortress. And here is the top of the outer wall, looking out down to the river, the rivers. Here we have what's called the Victor Monument, a bronze three-dimensional image of the Belgrade Fortress. Hey everybody, it's Roxanne and Len. We're just wrapping up our day here in Belgrade. We spent the day going to check out the Belgrade Fortress and the park surrounding the fortress, which is called Kalemegdan Park, which is where we are right now. One of the nice things about the Belgrade Fortress is that there's no admission fee. It's free. It's just an open park area, which is really nice. And as you saw in the video, there's lots to see in there. We couldn't show you even like 10% of what's in there. I think it was a very worthwhile trip to go to see this today. So, and if you are in Belgrade, we definitely recommend it as a stop. What's nice about it is that it's old and new. So for the kids, if you do have kids with you, there's a dino park outside that you can pay a small fee for, maybe the equivalent of about $1 to go in, and the kids can see a T-Rex and all these different types of, some of the dinosaurs are moving. And
Fun place.
yeah. And inside the actual fortress itself, it's basically turned into like a park where there's walking paths and they've got, I guess, the foundations of old buildings and so on. And the nicest part of the inside is this area where they've built up the sidewalks and where you can go up to the highest wall and overlook the two rivers that are meeting the Sava and the Danube River, with some really nice views of the city in the background.
Lots of people sitting, having sandwiches, drinks, and watching. Just people watching, sitting on the, what would that be called? Just the outlook area?
Yeah.
Overlooking the river. Just resting, just visiting.
It's a very busy place. I think online, Roxanne had read that about 2 million people visit a year. And we can see why. It's a nice place
atmosphere
to spend the day. We spent about 2.5, 3 hours in there.
Yeah.
And
we didn't see it all.
We if we had looked more closely, we probably would have spent closer to 4 hours. So there's lots to see. And would highly recommend it if you are in Belgrade as one of your stops to come and see.
Definitely.
So, we appreciate you joining us today.
We're going to wrap this up and head to a grocery store now. So we have supper.
Pick up some supper.
Pick up some supper.
If you enjoyed being with us today and you like this video, make sure you
hit the subscribe button.
Thumbs up and subscribe. And
hit that bell so you're notified.
we'll get our next posting up to
Yep.
show you our other adventures in Belgrade,
Yeah.
Serbia.
Okay.
Thanks. Bye.
See you. Bye.